Hello and welcome to your reading, Taurus. This reading is for all Taurus placements. So we're going to take a look at your month of June. So we're going to use the Lenormand to get overall themes of the month, and then we're going to break it down with tarot, and I also have some Kipper cards as well. Before we get started, let's take a moment to call in our guides. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest vibrational frequency, please be with us today to provide the most accurate, meaningful messages for Taurus in regards to June 2023. Thank you for your clear and accurate messages, and thank you, Taurus, for being here. Spirit, what are the main things going on in June for Taurus? What are the main things going on in June for Taurus? Ooh, okay, something just flipped over. Let's see. We have here the birds. So I can see right away June is going to be a social month for my Taurus friends. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. So the birds is all about communication. So you're going to be talking to people more. Sometimes this can refer to doubling of things. So there could be more of something. We'll see what the other cards say. And sometimes it can refer to couples, especially we have two birds here. But overall, I see that it is definitely a social month for Taurus. Wow, Spirit. And a lucky month. So the clover is good luck. This is all about like just things flowing, you know, being in the flow state. You could be having some sort of financial windfall or some success, especially regarding money, but you're feeling lucky. You're feeling social. This looks like it's going to be a good month for us Tauruses. I'm a Taurus, if you guys didn't know. And then we have the tree, and we have two red sevens. Interesting. We'll have to take a look and see what that's in the Lenormand book, because when there's repetition, there is meaning there. And I don't remember the two red sevens offhand. But with the tree here, I feel like there's some stability, good health coming. Especially for those, if you've been feeling like, it seems mentally, like if you've been feeling low or lonely, I feel like that's changing in June. There's more like social times going on. It's making you feel a lot better mentally. And I feel like with this shift in your mental health or just your overall well-being, it's going to start bringing you more opportunities and good luck. And overall, this is really good. And then with the stork on the bottom, this is talking about making some positive lifestyle changes. Since I have all these good cards here, this is definitely seems positive. It's overall lifestyle changes. There could be some people moving here, maybe traveling. I know I will be traveling. I'm leaving actually this weekend for Europe. Super excited. So this makes sense for me, but it doesn't need to be traveling. This could just be like making positive changes in your life. Really, what can you do to make yourself feel happier? What can you do to feel good this month? And I feel like for a lot of Tauruses, this is spending time with other people. And when, you know, I was talking about how this birds can mean like doubling of things. Like I feel like there's like double the luck, double the health, double of like positive changes coming for Taurus. Let's take a look over here and see what the two red sevens are. I always link the decks I use down below. This is it, just FYI. Okay, let's see. Two red sevens, a proposition. Ooh. Interesting. So there could be some proposition coming in. Maybe some people will be talking, this is very specific, but moving in with their significant other, or maybe like proposing for marriage or having a baby, because the stork sometimes can have to do with having a baby, of course. You know, the stork is associated with that. But overall, this is lifestyle changes. But like I mentioned, moving, but I feel like overall these changes coming are very good. And Spirit's like coming through to make sure that you're like open to positive changes. You might be like seeming a little crazy. You might get some proposition, you know, like to go travel somewhere, to take part in something, and it might seem absurd or something, but it looks like it's going to really lead to some good things. I love this for us. Yeah, positive changes for sure. I feel like things could have been maybe going slow. There could be something. Maybe there's been a relationship that has taken off slowly. Maybe you feel like your luck has barely happened. Maybe you feel like you've been putting in a lot of effort. Maybe you've been really making these lifestyle changes, these good habits. I feel like you're starting to reap the benefits of this and see the rewards, see the progress you're making. You know, it's really like paying off in the month of June. So if you've been like really trying to be healthier, for example, working out, really like trying to date more and find the right person, etc., I feel like this is the month where things are really going to click, and you're going to see the health results, see the new relationship or the relationship take it to the next level. Awesome. So let's take the tarot out. I'm going to push these up so we have room. Spirit, what is going on in June for Taurus? We're going to do a 6-card spread. Card position 1 will be the main message, main thing going on in June. Taurus. What is going on in June for Taurus? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're coming out of hermit mode in some sense. But we're going to break it down, but this makes sense to me. Okay, and what is the focus of Taurus in the month of June? I'm sorry if I'm messing with this one, right? What is the focus of Taurus? And what is not a priority this month? And what is Taurus blind to? What is something that Taurus should avoid in the month of June? And what is your overall action and advice for Taurus? What is your overall action and advice for Taurus? Bottom of the deck, again, Justice reversed. Yeah, I feel like things have seemed unfair lately, perhaps. Like they're just not going your way. Like we kind of mentioned, like you've been putting in effort towards things and you're like, when is this going to pay off? When am I going to meet that person? When am I going to finally take off in my career, make some money, whatever it is for you specifically? And I feel like what is going to shift this for you is coming out of this hibernation mode or whatever this is for you, putting yourself in situations, being more vulnerable. Getting out there, like meeting new people. I know it might not seem appealing, you know, but I feel like through social interactions, through doing new things out of your comfort zone, that is when real progress and change and things are just going to shift for you. But overall, you're definitely the first card out and the first, you know, tarot and of the Lenormand is all about, you know, being social, the way I see it. And what to focus on, we have Judgment here. Yeah, releasing limiting beliefs. Releasing anything that's been holding you back. You are about to enter a brand new cycle, Taurus. This is an ending. It's closing up an old chapter and making way for a new abundant, carefree, lucky, healthy, social, loving, you know, new era. It's like, I feel like you're about to like have a big level up. And what not to focus on with the 5 of Cups here, I feel like with this word release is really coming through, is releasing limiting beliefs about like maybe some people in this group might feel like they're not worthy of love, not worthy of abundance, you know, and it might not even be on a conscious level, but I feel like you're realizing that you are worthy and you're not focusing on like what you don't have. Instead you're like, if you want something, you're gonna like go after it. Like, you know, you're gonna go after opportunities. You're not gonna dwell on what you don't have or something like that. And maybe you've been really sad or just down in recent times. And if that's the case, I feel like spending time with other people, doing things will be really helpful for you. Really working on releasing self-judgment, judgment on others. There could be something here with family thing. Like this could be the way, like these limiting beliefs could have come from your parents or, you know, your culture and society and stuff like that. And you might not realize that that's kind of been causing you to, like it's kind of been stunting your growth, I guess you could say. I feel like there's a lot of healing and growth occurring here. You could have really been in hermit mode doing the self-work, doing the inner work, shadow work, reading books, you know, journaling, doing all the things. And I feel like that's why your mental health, I was seeing, is really improving. Or you're going to be doing that like in the beginning of the month. Spirit doesn't want you to like hide away from any of these feelings that come up. Just because Spirit doesn't want you to dwell on the negative feelings, it's really important to acknowledge that you're feeling this way and really like think about it and then like shift your perspective on it. Like if you just keep pushing your emotions away, they're just going to get buried deeper and deeper, and then you're going to still be in this state like, why don't I feel great? It's like, well, you have this like your body's like storing like trauma and negative emotions that haven't been processed. So I feel like a big thing this month is like processing these emotions, setting them free and moving forward. Like you've done the inner work, you're doing that now. And that's really leading you to making these healthy changes and for things just to be aligned. You're like removing any blocks that could have been stopping you from it moving forward before. And I feel like that's why you're feeling really lucky and like social and healthy. I feel like opportunities are opening up because you're vulnerable now. You're opening up. You're more receptive. You're seeing the world from a different perspective, which is great, because before you might have been focusing on like the scarcity and stuff like that, but you don't have. But now you're like, you know what? There is a lot out there for me. You know, I am worthy of whatever it is I desire. I'm worthy of a good life. I'm worthy of love. You know, maybe I had some things happen to me in the past that made me think otherwise. But now that I'm an adult and I'm in charge of me, I want the best for me. I'm going to be my inner parent. I'm going to do whatever it is to make myself, you know, feel better and release these limiting beliefs so I can have the life I deserve, because I am worthy. I am deserving of love and health, happiness, all of the things. And what to avoid, we have the Ace of Cups reverse. This is, again, like speaks to me about like depression, especially with what isn't a priority, the Five of Cups here, and what to avoid. And I'm really seeing this as like avoiding battling up your emotions still or not processing that. So it'd be really good if you haven't already, like, to do journaling and things like that. I think your body might, like, since it came up, might be holding on to some emotions. It's very common, like we all do pretty much. But if you should consider doing like things like with the tree here, I see like health coming, and I think doing things like yoga and like walks in nature and stuff like that, being around plants could be really good. But yoga helps release anything, especially like in your hip area, that's really common. You might feel tightness there or something. Maybe look into like emotional release yoga videos or just any yoga videos at all. I think that would be really helpful for you. And if anyone like escapes their emotions and stuff, like maybe through drinking or going out a lot, yeah, maybe that's something just to think about, because the focus this month is really releasing that, you know, not suppressing things, not escaping from things, acknowledging them, working through them, releasing them, so you're able to have this abundant life. And it's like once you do that, things are really going to click this month. Things are going to really improve for you. I feel like you're making healthier habits, you're supporting yourself, you're loving yourself, you're loving your inner child, all of those things. And Seven of Pentacles reversed, I feel like you're no longer like dwelling on the past this month. You're willing to like let it go. Like maybe there's been some things in your life that just you haven't seen the results. We kind of talked about that. You're just like waiting for things to bloom, for things to happen. And with this reverse, I feel like there's no longer waiting. I feel like there could be something in your life that you have to let go of for new amazing things to come in. And this could be different. This could be like letting go of a job that you hate, you know, or something like that. Letting go of a relationship that doesn't serve you, friendships, like things that just aren't good for you or just not aligned with you anymore. They have been be keeping you off balance. Maybe it is like letting go of drinking a lot, you know, something like that. Like not because you have a problem or anything, but maybe because that is a way you escape from addressing other problems or like, you know, your emotions. So no matter what it is, you're doing, you know, the work you need. And I really think it could be through talking to other people, being social, but overall there's good luck coming really soon to you. The clover is the good luck card, and this means soon, quick. It's not necessarily super long lasting luck, but when it's next to the tree here, this is like stability and long term. you know? So this is like, you might like be like, oh, just waiting for other shoe to drop when things start to be good, you know, but don't think that way because things are really long lasting here. There could be a long lasting relationship starting, a long lasting like new career, new friendships, like someone you could be starting a family with, you know. This is like big stuff that could be really long term, and I feel like it's, I want to say long overdue, but like everything happens in our own timing. So don't compare yourself to others. I feel like your time is now. It's coming, you know. You just had to process things and do things, and like we all do. We just don't always see what other people are going through. So yeah, don't worry about where you are compared to other people. You're about to have a really successful time in your life in some area that's going to make you feel really good overall. And I think this is wonderful, Taurus. Spirit, what else for Taurus in June? What else for Taurus in June? Main male reversed. Yeah, there could be something here with no matter what your gender, I feel like most of your life or recent life, you haven't been the main character in your life. You might have been doing things that other people wanted you to do, told you to do, etc. You know, like maybe you didn't even realize like some inner work you could be doing could point to like, oh, maybe I do have people-pleasing tendencies because growing up, I always tried to please my parents for their love and affection or something like that. And I feel like no longer. You're like, I want to take control of my life. I'm releasing these people-pleasing tendencies. I'm releasing whatever it is that makes me feel inadequate, because you are. And some of you guys might be getting over a past romantic relationship, a love relationship, or some deep connection that has been making you feel really down. And that's not the focus, because like there's some new positive relationships coming into your life, but you might still have to heal from some heartache in the past. But you don't want to avoid the healing, you know. It's coming through pretty strong here. But you're about to enter main character energy. For real. And then we have thoughts here. All these cards that come out reversed, but I feel like you're no longer thinking about this other person all the time. Like, you know, you don't really need them. I feel like it's now time to think about your own needs, your own wants, your own dreams and ambitions. It might not be really unfair what has happened to you in the past, what this person did, but now it's time to reclaim your power and not let anyone else run the show, you know? And it, again, don't be hard on yourself for having these feelings. Just acknowledging them and working through them, doing the inner work. You can find like journal prompt, you know, read books if you can't get a therapist or a life coach or something like that, or have friends. There's always resources out there that are free too. Believe me, I've read so many books and done everything like that. But I feel like you might have done that too, Taurus. And now is the month where you implement what you've learned instead of just consuming everything, you know? You're like, I'm going to go out in the real world and like try what I've learned and like embrace these things I've learned and make these changes, these habit changes, these healthy things like to make my life better, you know? Process emotions, do all the things, you know? Instead of just be like in hermit mode, like just learning everything. But like with the hermit reverse, sometimes this could be like overly doing it, you know? Like, and I really feel like you're putting what you've learned into practice instead of just thinking about it and no longer letting someone else control your mind. You're likely, you know, very smart and your mind is very active. So I think it would be really good too for like spending time in nature and doing the yoga and exercising and doing like breath work, mindfulness practices will be so huge for you. Yeah. And I can see that you've been feeling a lot of despair, and I'm so sorry. But the healing work, you know, I feel like this is ending. This not hiring thing is really sticking out. But all of these cards over here I could see are connected. You know, we have this male or like this other person in your life. Again, the gender doesn't matter, you know, and you like have been thinking about them a lot, and it's been causing you despair. And this could be a father figure, because we have here this like Four of Rods. I feel like you're recognizing that some pain you've been feeling, some realizing like the past and like your childhood, whatever it is, has been the cause of your despair and depression or whatever it is you've been going through. And it's likely it could be a few, multiple people, but like, I feel like there's one person in your life that might have caused you the most pain, but you're moving past that. You're learning how to cope, and you're learning how to be your own inner parent, your own family, all the things. And you're not alone. Even if you're feeling alone, look, you're not alone. And if you feel that way, I've been there. I do sometimes too. You're never alone. We're all connected. And I love you. And I feel like just keep your head up, because things are about to really change. I know this is a general reading, so whatever it is that's been, a little tough, your luck is about to double. Your health's about to improve. And it's all due to these changes you're making. And that's wonderful. So go you. You should be proud of yourself for wanting to make these positive changes, for taking time to learn more about yourself, and evolving as a human. All the learning you've been doing, all the work you've been doing is paying off in the month of June, Taurus. I love you so, so much. I hope you have an amazing June, Taurus. I really feel like things are turning around for you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If you would like a private reading with me, I do offer them. Email is down below. We can talk about it. I'm really just so grateful you're here. I love you. Have a great night or day. Bye, Taurus.